What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today, we're going to be doing the live stream watch-along and reaction to the Champions League draw. It's the one that matters, the quarterfinals, the semi-finals, and the final. Who will Manchester City face in the quarterfinal, semi-final, and the final? Today, we get our answer. They've already gone live to Neon in Switzerland, where soon we are going to find out who Manchester City are going to face in the next stages of the Champions League. And City, of course, looking to try and bid to retain the Champions League trophy, making history in Istanbul on June 10th of 2023, completing the treble, completing football, and winning the historic European Cup, winning the Champions League and becoming the champions of Europe. And that is what Manchester City are bidding to do. And Manchester City, unbeaten last year in the Champions League, have won every single game in the Champions League so far. This season, we've played 8 games with 8 wins. Manchester City surely have to be considered favourites for the tournament. However, Manchester City, it's no holds barred this. Manchester City, it's a free-for-all. We can face literally anybody in this quarter-final stage and the semi-final stage. And also as we get to the final, as the Champions League quarter-final is going to separate into 4 teams in one half of the draw, 4 teams in the other half of the draw. And City are going to learn which half we're going to be in, which other teams are going to be joining us, which team we're going to face in the next stage, the quarter-final stage, and if we progress, who we're going to face in the semi-final. And we're also going to learn today where Manchester City are going to be playing these Champions League games. Is it going to be at the Etihad Stadium in the first leg, or are we going to be at home in the second leg? We face Bayern Munich at this stage in the quarter-final. Not too sure what happened then. Apologies. But anyway, as I was saying, yeah, Manchester City, we had a home game in the quarterfinal last season. We played at the Etihad Stadium first against Bayern Munich, and we won comprehensively, made our lives much easier as we went into the second leg at the Allianz Arena, and it meant Manchester City were under not a lot of pressure because we'd already won 3-0. By the semi-final stage, we was away first, and Manchester City drew at the Bernabeu before going at home in the Etihad Stadium for the second leg semi-final to reach the final and playing in Istanbul. And Manchester City managed to comprehensively beat Real Madrid by 4-0. So the Etihad very much, to me, holds the key as to whether Manchester City are going to have tremendous success. And this draw is very interesting because normally I'd say I'd like to be away from home first and then at home in the second leg, so we know what we need to do in front of our own fans. However, there's different opponents here, different styles of play, and I think there'd be certain games where I'd probably prefer to play at home first, probably including the likes of Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Atletico Madrid, Arsenal. I think all of them teams are the teams that I personally would rather face at home first rather than away from home. Whereas the other teams that I've not mentioned there, I'd rather go away from home. So we're going to see. I want the most simple and straightforward of draws as possible. Easiest opponents, lowest ranked opponents is normally how I work. But quarterfinal, semi-final stage, there's no avoiding the big boys. What I will say is the other big teams will be watching this, your Real Madrid, for example, and they'll be saying, who do they not want to face? They'll definitely be saying Manchester City. So interesting. Get your predictions. I'm going Borussia Dortmund in the quarterfinal for Manchester City, and for the semi-final, I think Real Madrid and Arsenal are going to draw each other, and I think that will be Man City's opponent in the semi-final. And if I'm honest, if we're to get to the final, I don't want to be facing Real Madrid or Arsenal at Wembley. If we are to face them, I'd rather it be through 2 legs rather than 1, and I'd rather face them, both of them, in the semi-final rather than the quarter-final. But there we go. JG, thanks for tuning in. Says, feel like we might get Dortmund. Seems a team seems a team we see a lot at any stage of this competition. We've faced Dortmund a few times. I reckon we could be getting Dortmund. It's my predictions, what I'm going for. Thank you very much to Tisilani for tuning in all the way from South Africa. We have got a easy tuning in as well, 7 a.m. over in the United States of America. English Dawn, thanks for tuning in. Says ambivalent about who Manchester City may well get. English Dawn, who do you reckon City are going to draw? And also, good morning. Albert, thanks for tuning in as well. Much appreciated. Don't forget, guys, do leave a thumbs up. That'd be much appreciated. Do subscribe as well if you are new around here. And also, don't forget to go and check out all my social media links and everything. You can find them in the description. Rightio, we are nearly ready for the draw here. Nearly ready for the draw. We've currently got John Obi Mikel, special guest that's going to be helping to do the draw today, former Chelsea man, over in Switzerland for this match. As I said, do get your thoughts in the live chat. Who do you think Manchester City are going to face? You can have a gold star for whoever predicts it correctly. I'm going for Borussia Dortmund for Manchester City's opponents in the quarterfinal. It will work as Man City get in their quarterfinal opponents drawn first. Once the quarterfinal draw has been completed, we will then go to the semi-final draw. And once that has been completed, it'll go to the final draw. Mohammed, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Says, we will bottle it this season. At some point, Man City won't compete for all 3 titles. Question is, if we're not to win all 3 titles, which competition is it that City are going to fall away in? Will it be the Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup? Every game between now and the end of the season, very much one of our 3 trophies that we hold is going to be on the line, whether that be the FA Cup this weekend or when we come back after the international break. And we've got Arsenal, of course, in the Premier League. Lose that, and Man City have got it very difficult to go and win the Premier League from there. So trophy, to me, is on the line. Any bad result in the Premier League, trophies on the line, and it just casts doubt in Man City winning that. If we get to the semi-final of the FA Cup, trophy will be on the line. Final, the trophy will be on the line. And, of course, Champions League, whenever we face the teams in the quarterfinal, semi-final, and final, should we get there, will also be on the line. Business end of the season. We'll love it. Absolutely love it. A1, thanks for tuning in. Going Paris Saint-Germain. Oh, Man City put their tweet out before of press the badge, and where it stops is who City will face. And I did press, and it did fall on PSG. So maybe, just maybe, you might be spot on there, my friend. Dalton reckons we're going out on Saturday to Newcastle. We've not done too bad against them at home, is what I'm holding on to. If that was at St. James's Park, I think it'd be a lot different. Although we've lost in the League Cup to Newcastle, we've beaten them every other time this season, so I think we'll win that. Rightio, draw can't be far away here. UEFA just continuing to waffle on. Eventually, they're going to go through the teams and who Manchester City could face. Here we go. So, as I said, open draw, free for all. All these teams can draw each other. We've got Arsenal in the pot, Atletico Madrid in the pot, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund, Manchester City, Paris Saint-Germain, and also Real Madrid. Here we go then. Straight in with the action. John Obi Mikel is going to draw the teams. Let's have a look who Manchester City are going to face in the quarterfinals then. The ball is out. First team out of the pot then is, when John Obi Mikel opens the ball, there we go. We got there. We got there. First team out then is Arsenal. Arsenal are the first team out of the draw. I'm not too sure if it's working on Arsenal are going to be at home in the first leg because they've come out first as the home team. I am not too sure about that. Regardless, whoever comes out the draw next is who Arsenal are going to face. As I said, open draw. So it doesn't really matter as to what ball gets picked here. No differentiating going on. Here we go. Arsenal's opponent then in the Champions League quarterfinal of the 2023-2024 Champions League is Bayern Munich. Ooh, interesting. Very interesting. So it's going to be Bayern Munich for Arsenal in the Champions League. Very interesting. And I'll tell you guys right now, if Man City are to make it to the semi-final, I think I'd quite like to face Arsenal or Bayern Munich, if I'm being honest with you guys. Rightio then. Next team out of the pot is John Obi Mikel's really struggling with them Champions League balls to open them up. Atletico Madrid are the next team out of the hat. English Dawn reckons Arsenal going out. Picks, thanks for tuning in. So Atletico Madrid knocked out Inter Milan, Manchester City's opponents in the final last season. They're a very aggressive team. If I'm honest, I'd like to avoid Atletico Madrid. I don't fear them just for how physical they are and the permutations and everything at stake. I'd rather avoid Atletico Madrid, but let's see who it's going to be then. So Atletico Madrid, they're going to face Borussia Dortmund. Atletico Madrid are going to face Borussia Dortmund to reach the semi-final of the Champions League. And do you know what? I'm quite happy to face either of them sides in the semi-final should we get there as well. So Man City, no. We're dwindling down here. Barcelona, Real Madrid or PSG. It's one of them three for City. Who's it going to be? English Dawn reckons Paris Saint-Germain. Here we go then. Next team out is Real Madrid. Big Real Madrid next out of the pot. Tisalani, thanks for tuning in, reckons City are going to be facing Real Madrid. Let's see if it is going to be Real Madrid out of the pot here for Manchester City to face. Real Madrid just been drawn. They're going to face... Who is it going to be? It's either Barcelona, PSG or Manchester City. Oh, it's Manchester City. It's huge. I tell you what, City's camp don't look very happy about that. It's Real Madrid, baby. Real Madrid taking on Manchester City in the quarterfinal of the Champions League. Wow. It's a repeat of the semi-final. We go again. That is huge. So Barcelona are going to face Paris Saint-Germain. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. You feel like the winner of that Man City-Real Madrid game probably goes on to win the Champions League. It's huge. PSG last out of the pot. They're going to face Barcelona. I just don't fear the other three ties in the semi-final. I think City make it past Real Madrid. We go to the Champions League final. We win the tournament, I think. That is huge. Absolutely massive. So we're just going to get confirmation that it is Barcelona, the last team out. English Dawn, it's looking like it's going to be at the Bernabeu. Real Madrid have been drawn as the home team, so I presume it will be. Barcelona are drawn out of the pot. I think that's big. I'd rather face Real Madrid at the Etihad in the second leg. The draw for the quarterfinals then is done. Do remember, though, guys, we've still got the semi-final and the final to come. Real Madrid then. Thoughts, everybody? Get it in the live chat. I am ecstatic about that, if I'm honest. I'm absolutely buzzing. I feel like you get the best out of Manchester City when we're going up against the best. We're at the quarter-final stage. You can't avoid the very best at this stage. And we're going up against the biggest and best of them all, the most successful team in Champions League history, Real Madrid. UEFA not messing about. John Obi Mikel not messing about. Semi-final draw them. Let's have a look. Who will be City's opponents in the semi-final? Should we make it past Real Madrid? So quarter-final number 2 is out first. If memory serves me right, that's Atletico Madrid or Borussia Dortmund. Who's going into that? This is the only ball that matters now. Who's going into that half of the draw and who's going into the other half? It's quarter-final. John Obi Mikel's covering it up. I can't see who it is. All right, it's Paris Saint-Germain or Barcelona. There we go. So Atletico Madrid or Borussia Dortmund face PSG or Barcelona. That, to me, is the more favourable side of the draw. It means Man City, if we go through, and Arsenal go through, we have them in the semi-final. Who's going to be at home first? Man City are going to be away again in the first leg and at home in the second leg. I am buzzing with that. Absolutely buzzing with that. Alan, spot on. It's the same as last year. It's the other way round. It's Real Madrid quarterfinal and Bayern in the semi-final if Bayern knock Arsenal out, which I think that they will. So Man City's name comes out. So again, it's mental. It's absolutely mental. Man City, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, all in the same half as each other. The only difference is we have Arsenal joining us this year. The other half of it, they'll be buzzing with that. The other half, Atletico Madrid and Borussia Dortmund, PSG and Barcelona, they'll be rubbing their hands. I tell you what, if I was to put out a very quick prediction, I think Atletico Madrid will be very happy with that. I fancy Atletico Madrid knock out Dortmund, and I fancy that they knock out PSG or Barcelona. PSG will probably be rubbing their hands at that as well. Anyway, final then. Man City are going to be the away team in the semi-final, in the final, sorry, as well, if we get there. So, Man City or Arsenal, should they reach the Champions League final, we will be in the away dressing room at Wembley. And the final ball is going to come out now, just to confirm the draw. And then we're going to have confirmation. It's huge. Absolutely huge. I love it as well. So interesting. So interesting. Mohammed, I think you're spot on there, my friend. Underestimating Atletico Madrid. I think Atletico Madrid will be rubbing their hands right now. I think they reach the final. And on that big Wembley pitch, they won't be very easy to beat. So, confirmation. Arsenal play Bayern Munich. Atletico Madrid play Borussia Dortmund. Real Madrid play Manchester City. And PSG play Barcelona. Into the semi-final draw. And it's going to be Atletico Madrid or Borussia Dortmund versus Paris Saint-Germain or Barcelona. And in the other half, it's going to be Arsenal or Bayern Munich taking on Real Madrid or Manchester City. And Manchester City will be the away team in the final should we reach the match on June 1st at Wembley Stadium in London. Boy Racer, you spot on. We love the Etihad South. We've played it where it doesn't really matter what dressing room you're in, if I'm being completely honest. It's just UEFA have got to segregate the draw. There's got to be differentiated into one side or the other, and that's just how it works. So there we go. That completes the Champions League draw. Get your thoughts, guys, in the comments below. I'm going to go and do my reaction video, which will be up in a couple of hours for you guys to enjoy. So do get your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up. That would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Social media links, they're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. And I will see you guys all very soon for my reaction video, giving my thoughts and predictions. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.